conflict of interest has long been a continuing source of frustration in government. Sometimes state and local politicians voting on issues they have a financial stake. As the state's top ethics official, what is the view of politicians voting on issues in which they could directly be affected?
And this is why we need candidates and representatives who will operate with the utmost of integrity and take personal responsibility from excusing themselves if there is even a perceived...
The amount of spending lobbyists incur in trying to influence votes in the legislature. And do you believe the state is aware of every cent lobbyists spend in that endeavor?
They are supposed to be aware. That is the agency through which they file all their information. I personally believe that as an officer in any agency, you need to remain a certain degree separated from the special interest groups, and that way you are not as likely to fall into the trap of being bribed.
There have been mailers sent anonymously by both sides that contain unflattering information about one candidate. Since these flyers do not directly advocate for a candidate, they may legally remain anonymous. The senders may remain anonymous. Whether it is legal or not, do you believe that this practice is fair and should be allowed to continue in the future elections?
I agree with Mr. Carson. That is a matter of freedom of speech. And though it might be unsavory and we might not like it, it is their right. How access, I believe, is good. Most places have access areas in each of their precincts that are accessible to all individuals. I don't believe that it should be electronic, if that's what you are indicating towards.
Me, Wyoming's biggest challenge. Thank you, Mrs. Young.
I would say our tendency to reach out to the federal government and invite them in. The federal government oftentimes does not just come in without the invitation. And so less outstretched hands inviting the federal government in.
Wyoming's biggest challenge. Thank you, Mrs. Young.
I would say our tendency to reach out to the federal government and invite them in. The federal government oftentimes does not just come in without the invitation. And so less outstretched hands inviting the federal government in.
Thank you. Mr.
What would you do to improve voter turnout?
I would say get more people, average people, into office, such as myself, so that the electorate sees hope in the system again.